But yeah, I don't know that much about this game apart from Dark Fantasy. I read some stuff a little while ago, but I've just got around to playing it, so we'll figure it out. I don't know if it's voice acted. I might have to read it all. Hence why I have a drink. Always drink responsibly. But I'm having cider. So. Viewer discretion. That's some funky sound. Oh. Content warning, murder, suicide, text-only depictions of gore, blood on screen, implied nudity, sexual innuendos, coarse language, and alcohol consumption. Alcohol consumption! We're just talking about that. I like Dark and Fantasy. Hell yeah, Dark and Fantasy's base. But yeah, content warning, viewer discretion, you know the drill. It's dark. As implied. Getting a lot of sleep lately, so I'm better than usual. Nice! We like sleep. I was on a work trip Monday night, Tuesday night. I had to sleep on my own, which I never do, so I had awful sleep. So we're getting back into sleeping. Sleep is good. Sleep. Lots of discretion. I know. They said it was dark, I guess. Creature of shadows. Herald of that which has been forgotten. You struggle still. You understand what you are. It's a loud noise in my ear. Fret not, but you have the power to determine your truth and define your reality. Awesome. It's dark paternal lights in. We got a Joker! Use a name for the protagonist to pick a pre-generated one and allocate her stats. And also determine her romantic preferences. What have you got for me? Hey, it sounds good. Romance with men and women. Romance with men. No romance. Oh, I think that's why is that why I followed this game? I can't remember. I follow a lot of games. This is based? Based? Look, you get to choose! You want romance? You want all of it? You want none of it? We like this. This is very good. Physical prowess, shadow magic, mind... I have no idea. Let's be a strong lady. With a little shadow magic. No shadow magic. We like... Sure, I don't know what any of these stats are gonna do. I might have just jeffed it all up. But I like strong women. You know? So I'll never be strong no matter what gender I am. Lady can has a little shadow magic. Yeah. Don't know what shadow magic does, but mind control sounds kind of pog. The curfew bell tolls somewhere behind you. I'm late. 4 copper pieces, the day's salary jingle in your pocket. Enough for a meal, but not a warm one. I like her outfit. This is very cool. Strong women and weak little pathetic boys. I don't know about that. The sky is quick to lose its brightness and shadows seep out of the corners, plunging the square in deep darkness. Miss? The woman who called out to you clutches her hands to her chest. I saw you at the temple. You're the one that reads, right? A woman that reads? Get out of here. This is 0 out of 10 worst game. Oh my god. That's what you do, yes. You volunteer to read letters and notes for the many people that can't, and the temple pays you a percentage of the meager offers it receives. Okay, so we're like fantasy medieval, I assume then, based on that. The woman is concealing a crumpled scrap of paper in her hands. You have the feeling you know the reason she approached you. Human choices influence the tone of your response and shape your personality. You can read more about them in the status. It's gone. Oh. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I saw about this game. Like, there's different kinds of responses. I love games like this. Do you want to read that? Why do you ask? Come back during the day. Do you require my services? I am a lady of reading. Yes, I'd be really grateful if you read this for me. It gives you the note. The charcoal script has been smudged, but it's still elegant and clear. It says, the infant had your brother's eyes. The woman breathes in sharply. The Lady of Dusk took such a liking to them. Is Lady of Dusk a euphemism? We got jump scare woman. Unlock the codex entry. Click on the keyword to read it. You can access the codex anytime. An elegant way to talk about murder. Oh god, we have like a whole like glossary. The true goddess. Why did it give us this? The deity worshipped in Carolese as three yet one. In her aspect of the Lady of Dawn, also commonly referred to as the Maiden of the Morning Star, represents the bright-eyed youth wandering the world. As the Mother or Lady of the Prime Sun, she is the healer and the warrior, the fierce protector and loving hand that guides one to action. Oh! Okay, the third aspect of the goddess, that of the crone, also called Lady of Dusk, represents wisdom, knowledge, and dignity in death. Individuals tend to favor one aspect over the others, adapting their worship to the changes experienced in their own life. Temples in Carolese are devoted to a specific aspect of the goddess, and the clergy assist the populace in their everyday life, offering food, schooling, and reading services, helping with sanitation and family planning, dealing with the matters of faith and ceremonies. Okay, we got a bit of world building. Got a cheeky bit of world building. Yeah, the art sounds very cool, I agree, right? You alright? Does it say anything else? Anything at all? You shake your head. I need to go. You give her back the note and she stuffs it in her pocket. Thank you. She grabs her skirt and starts running. Why? The light that escapes from the windows dances in the dusk, casting deep shadows all around. You resume your walk, idly wondering what the others have been doing while you were working. Perhaps you can meet with them tomorrow. Someone is running towards you. Uh-oh. You turn sharply, suddenly alert. The old femme trinity. Yes. We do stand a femme trinity. Hello? You really do seem to be quite distressed. Help. And 'tis the youth reaches out for you with his hand. Please. Please help me. His jacket is one you recognize. He is a mage. Carolesian Magi live a secluded life in the halls of Elevation, a repurposed palace that used to serve as Temple of the Prime before the construction of the newer temple. Magi can be seen using their powers to maintain the canals, shield the city from a particularly harsh storm, or quench the fields during droughts. Their service always comes at a cost, however, and poorer districts such as the Eastern Hall can't afford the privilege of magic. They're known for their iconic robes in rich blue hues. Backstory, let's go. Behind him, a figure shrouded in darkness follows, then stops in their tracks to assess you. Hello, scary cultist person. Skill choices are either locked or unlocked based on your abilities. Buy these some time. Form a barrier between you and the hooded figure. Order the hooded figure to stand down. Do I have enough mind control for this? I don't know. I've got none of this. We're a strong lady. Get out of here. I got this. Run. I will. Bye-bye. His footsteps fade into the distance as your eyes lock with the figure of shadows. What do you hope to accomplish by being an annoyance? That's just my life, bro. Brace yourself. Need to buy him time. Depends on your intentions. Raise your fist. It depends on your intentions. You look a bit creepy, my person. They are not particularly hard to discern. I intend to capture the fugitive mage. And then what? His shape becomes indistinct. Any further course of action is to be arranged by the halls. You're a bit blurry. Shadows that conceal his face burn your eyes as if they were sharp sunlight, yet emit no light. Whatever shall I do with you? His voice reaches you from behind. You don't see him anymore, but his presence taints the shadows. Make my job more trying than it already is. F. When he reappears, he holds the boy by the collar. Ow. The man raises his hand to clutch something invisible in his grasp. Ah. Your meddling gave me a grand idea. Did I die? Did I just get Roblox? You feel it. Something is yanking at your neck, closing against it, tearing through skin and flesh. Oh. I might have committed an error here. The pain sears your nerves, leaving your senses scorched and slow. You're on the ground. You look around, the hooded man is gone. We're not dead. The youth is lying on the ground as well, and his breath is shallow. I'm checking on him. You crawl to him and gently shake him. He awakens with a choked rattle and clutches his neck. Ah. His forehead is drenched in sweat. What? Why did he just leave? I'm confused. He's gone, the one that was chasing you. Really? No, you can't. What? You feel it too? He taps his neck. This? You nod. A spell has been cast on us. The boy sighs. If I knew this would happen, I would have never... The words die on his lips. What did we do? We? He placed it on you, too. We should leave. We caused quite a commotion. There might be guards soon. But what did it do? I'm so confused. You have a place to stay? Can I come with you? It's about vampires. I don't know. It's just dark fantasy, so maybe. Might be some of those. You gotta give me some information, bro. I don't understand. You should do that, shouldn't I? I will once we're safe. Okay. I am mysteried. You managed to pay for the last 2 pieces of bread in the kitchen. Cold and with nothing on them. The boy is munching on one with a strange expression. What's your name? I need a new one, I think. Let's hear it. Don't say anything. You think. Why is that? I always like this option. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Why is that? For safety, right? I've always liked Ornell. So I guess that's my name now. Choosing names, based. His eyes are filled with emotion. It's a beautiful name. Thank you. What's yours? Anita. I got an achievement. I think I should tell you why I was chased by that man. Yes, you should. I ran away. I ran away from the halls. Just as you suspected. And I thought if I didn't cast any spells, the warden wouldn't be able to track me down, but it happened anyway. The warden? That's his name. He's the one the halls send when someone runs away. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. We should probably fix this soon. I don't know what it is, but it's probably a bad thing. What made you flee the halls? He shuffles on his seat, looking the other way. Is he ashamed or regretful? We decide to change the topic. I know someone who can help us understand the spell further. That's good. Can we go there tomorrow? That's the plan, yeah. His clothes are even more conspicuous than yours. Didn't you have a spare cloak in your armoire? You have an armoire. Oh boy. Try this on. You can barely close it at the front, but at least it partially hides his uniform. Did we not have no other clothes? Just a cloak. Okay. It suits you, sure. I mean, it's black. That's nice. Why do I need to wear it? Never mind, I know. I need to hide that I'm from the halls. Should have brought some clothes to blend in. He covers the yawn with his hand. Look at the single bed against the wall. I'll sleep on the floor. You've had some trauma. I will take the floor. It's your room. And you're a guest, therefore you take the bed. If you insist. I just want to know what's happening. I don't understand. Please tell me. More interactive than a regular vision novel. Yes, it is. It's got lots of stuff going on, especially with the choices. I like stuff like this. You come back to your room with 2 pieces of bread smeared with butter and cheese. We've upgraded to butter and cheese. Ornell? He's on the floor and his gasp is choked and pained. What's wrong? He crawls close to you and draws in a deep breath. Oh, I think I read about this. They can't be too far apart, right? I think? I might be wrong. His hands clutch around his neck, pulling at something invisible. Thank you, Kingdom. I will sip my drink. I need to a lot when I'm reading. Talk to me. The spell, it's like a chain. You walked out and it started pulling. I couldn't breathe. The orcs. Did it get better as soon as I returned? He nods. Does it still hurt? No. Touches his neck almost as if to make sure it's still intact. How come you didn't feel anything while he was gasping for air? Ornell cries quietly for a while, clawing at the invisible chain that apparently connects him to you. If I make you a tea. I mean, if you're offering, Ray. Ooh. I wouldn't say no. Thank you. Yeah, an invisible leash. Why didn't we choke then? It's like, it reminds me of the Golden Compass. What's the trilogy? Is Dark Materials. Yeah, when you have, like, the demon or whatever. Demon? I never knew how to say it. And they're like, you can only go so far. I won't spoil any of it, but that's generally how it works. That's pretty interesting. When the tears stop, he looks at the breakfast you brought. We should eat something before we accidentally kill you again. Arnell takes a bite, then shuffles around awkwardly. I didn't really get any rest. I thought we'd get ambushed during the night, so I kept waking up. You know that when you sleep, you look like a corpse? You didn't move once. Thanks. Isn't that what sleeping means? You didn't even toss around when it became light. A cry from outside startles him. Is that normal? Yes. The refrain is situated in an affluent district, and the workshops all around it see much traffic during the day. Reaches on one person's neck and the other person's hand. Oh, yeah, okay, I see that. That would make sense. Why would he do that, though? Like, is he just hoping that we find the boy annoying enough that we'll eventually hand him in? Since we can't leave him without killing him? Or did they hope we'd run away? What if I'd run away? If I'd just left? Would he have just died? I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Noise is inevitable. You throw a glance outside of the window and spot a woman on the ground rubbing her knee. Sorry. I haven't been outside the halls many times. Is this your first time in the city? I visited during the Solstice Festival with my family, but that's once a year. What's that? A Senite? Like 7? Or... Excuse me. It's a something long celebration in honor of the Lady of the Prime Sun. Temples and bathhouses offer their services for free during this time, and the crops of the first summer harvest are distributed among the poor. Wine flows liberally and the people enjoy music and dancing before the grand finale of the festival. The everlasting prime, a spectacle of sunlight pure and true that pierces through the darkness of the night, making it as clear as day. It's an eclipse. Okay. I think compassion and empathy can be more effective means of control. Yeah. You think. I guess. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm already interested. We can pry. We're in a life or death situation now. He bites his lip. I can't. I don't want... I would put them in danger. And the words die with a frown. Last solstice, only my sister came to see me. It's best if I leave without seeing her. I want to board a ship to Banu Javidya and never look back. I'm probably saying names wrong, so just... Sorry. Across the Middle Sea, a Senite away by boat from Karales, lies Banu Javidya. Its lands stretch from the coastline to the mountains that reach the edge of the desert. One can live a lifetime walking yet never grasp it all is a popular saying about Banu Javidya's massive land size. Banu Javidya has enjoyed centuries of stability thanks to the Four Winds, worshipped deities and hailed by Javidians as their rulers. Not much of them is known in Karales, despite the otherwise healthy exchange of people, ideas, and goods. Karales relies on Banu Javidya for metals, textiles, meat, and spices, and supplies it with timber, cereals, citrus fruits, and wine. Common to see Javidians in Karales, and the development of a shared tongue used for trading has also increased the presence of mixed families. Okay. Maybe they want the boy to be the one eager to stay close to him. That is also true. There's too many questions. There's too many questions. I don't know. Cross the sea to another continent. Why there? The halls don't have any jurisdiction there, or at least that's what I've been told. I didn't really think things through, did I? No, you didn't. See, now I'm wondering, like, are mages... Is magic like an innate ability? Like you're born with, and then you have to go to, like, the halls? A bit like, Dragon Age? Or Dragon Age 2, at least, that I played. Or is it, like, something you study, and, like, you pledge yourself to the halls or whatever? I'm intrigued. His shoulders slump. Talking with you is nice, even if you must think me a fool. I don't think you're stupid. That's nice of you. I feel bad now for not telling you this yesterday. Why I wanted to leave the halls. Let's hear it. I'm usually dispatched to the settlements up north in the mountains. Have you ever been there? Never. They're much different from the city. The peaks are beautiful and there's snow. His face loses glee. There was someone who needed help, a miner who was trapped in one of the tunnels. The family couldn't survive without him and they begged me to find him. Arnell lowers his gaze. And I was not supposed to help them, but the woman reminded me of my own mother. And I thought maybe things would have been different if my father hadn't died. Maybe she would have visited me during the festival. He fidgets. Sorry, that didn't make much sense, did it? I'm sorry for your loss. I wasn't close to my father since, you know, I only saw him once a year. It's still a strange feeling. Thank you for the tea. Get yourself a good bag, we'll make you cups of tea. Very fun. I'll never see him again. Takes a deep breath to steel himself. Where was I? Right, I was telling you why I decided to leave. I used magic to reunite a miner trapped in the tunnels with his family. When I saw him, he was bleeding out and blood makes me faint. I felt my head get warm, my vision cloud, and then I thought, no, he'll die if I don't help him and stay conscious. Please go back to work now. It's fun, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, Kingdom. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I even made sure to use the spell I was authorized to use outside of the halls. How could they have known it was casted for a different purpose? Yet when I came back... When you came back? Everything was gone. My place, my things. I was sent to a strange room with my powers suppressed. I don't know how long I spent there. When they finally freed me, they said they'd keep watch. If I broke a single rule ever again, the consequences would be harsher. My friends, they wanted nothing to do with me. What? I was alone and had nothing to lose. So I tried to break free. Thank you. For telling me. Jeez, that's messed up. I smile at him. He needs a smile. Arnell smiles back. You said you know someone who could help. I do. Few people, in fact. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, excuse me. Atri has been living in the shadows for many years, practicing magic and escaping the halls. Who are you? I'm here to help. 200 years ago, the Thean Empire captured the isle off the coast of Carolis and turned it into their base to launch a full-scale assault on the city. From Blood and Shadows, one woman set out to stop them. Atri, posthumously promoted to Admiral. For months she fought the Thean fleet, immortal just as they were, until she ultimately defeated the invaders at the cost of her life. Yet she did not die. She can't. Today, Atri roams streets and alleys as a shadow of her past self, devoting her strength to protect, to aid, to avenge. Okay. You sound like a cool person. I want to see you. I'm sure she could tell us more about the spell. The name sounds familiar. She was named after the admiral that defended the city 200 years ago. Oh, okay. She was named after them. Or was she? Is it her? I don't know. Okay. No, we do know. A white lie. Atri's the admiral herself. Centuries old and centuries bitter. The same admiral with the statue by the sea? You nod. Wait, you said she can use magic? That's right. How has she managed to avoid the halls? Maybe we should ask her. She's one, who's the second? He's a minstrel called Alphion. Men age like fine wine, and I want to be that unforgettable red you tasted once and still crave. Interesting quote. Alphion calls himself a great singer, an even better lover, and an average lute player. He lives a life of a libertine minstrel because he wants to, but that's not all he is. He hears the words of the abyss just like you. Unlike you, he has already fully accepted his powers and immortality. Does he regret it? What does that mean? What? Hello? Huh? Okay. Arnell makes a face. How is a minstrel going to help? He's not just a minstrel. Just like Atri and you, he embodies abyss, and his powers are particularly terrifying. What do we do? What? How can you explain that to Arnell? Trust me, because I don't know. Don't have much choice, do I? Atri and Alphion. Should remember their names. After you finish your breakfast, you leave the room with Arnell in tow. Let's go. So now I presumably choose? I want to see Atri. You don't look for Atri, she finds you. Yes, she sounds cool. I wish to know. The sky looks swollen, about to burst open in a downpour. It didn't look that bad from the inside. The weather, I mean. You can smell a storm coming. Hope your friend decided to stay home for the day. Atri doesn't have a home. Really, where does she sleep? Wherever she can. You know, Arnell points at the livid sky. I could do something about the weather. Yeah, why don't you tell them that you're here, maybe? Wouldn't alert the one with the water? Wouldn't... I think it's meant to be like, wouldn't that alert the one that is the water? I don't know. Okay. My brain's not working anymore. That's why I said that I could. I'm not going to. Wonder if he's looking for me. You frown. Be careful what you wish for. You're about to answer Ornell when you spot a figure approaching you with a concealed knife. Oh, boy. Drag Ornell out the way, disarm the man. I want to be cool and disarm him. Bonk. He takes another step, you raise your arm. Your hand slams against his wrist like the executioner's axe. He gasps and his knife clatters to the ground. What the? Takes a step back, squaring you up. He dresses the part of a priest, but is clearly not one. What were you trying to accomplish? You see, he almost tricks you with his relaxed pose and he makes a run for it. You let him. Okay, he was just gonna stab us, man. You hide in an alley, Ornell follows you. Why did you stop? You can't find Atri. What? She's the one that finds us. How does she do that? Da-da-da-da. It's like that, apparently. Atri emerges from the shadows in her tattered robes. The bandages wrapped around her fingers are crusted with blood, and she raises her hands to adjust her hood, covering her face with it. Hello, Anita. Her voice is raspier than usual. She reaches out with her hand, then draws an imaginary line between you and Ornell, hiding behind you, cutting right to the chase. You're in a bind. Literally. Quite literally, yes. This magic should be able to harm you. What happened? Who did this to you? I guess I'll explain. Decide to explain what happened to Atri, how you met Ornell, how he was chased by the Warden of the Halls, and how he cast a spell to chain you together. I see. She steps in between you and closes her fist in the air. I can see it, the chain that binds you. Why can't I? I also can't see anything. Atri turns towards Ornell, then towards you, shaking her head. She does not want to speak of the abyss with Ornell around. I can't say much, but know this. Once you find what you seek, then it will manifest fully in you. After gifting you with your powers, the abyss left you with more questions than answers. You've learned what it is, but you can't claim to understand it. The abyss is the comfort of the womb, the shadow that shields murderers and thieves from view. The abyss is the night shared by lovers, the death rattle of a forgotten prisoner, the soot under their nails after a long day of work. The abyss is what awaits them after their last breath, and it should not hurt you. Through Atri's cryptic words, you piece together what she wants to say. You won't be able to commune with the abyss until you truly swear your allegiance to it, until you embrace it, you fully understand it. Atri closes her other hand around the chain that connects you with Ornell. I could try to break it. You want to break the spell with your hands? You spot a toothy grin. Bandages around her knuckles tighten as she tries to rip the spell in two. Something invisible pushes against her thumb, making it bend unnaturally. Then the crack of friable bones makes your skin crawl. Atri? What? Atri's thumb hangs from the side. You hear more cracks, more of her bones breaking. Atri, I think it's time to stop, maybe? She knows what she's doing, though, and she can't die, so I guess this is normal. Scarlet drops fall from her bandages as she grunts in effort. I think I'm gonna faint. Oh yeah, he doesn't like blood. Huh? Ornell covers his mouth. Blood. I don't... God damn it, bro. Ornell sways. Atri catches him before he falls face first on the ground. Why won't last long outside the halls if you can't deal with a little blood? Atri's mangled fingers crack back in place and she lets Ornell rest against the wall. At least now we can talk. She stays crouched next to Ornell. This spell, she sighs. It brings back memories. Reminds me of the one that... She looks at you and her hood falls on her shoulders, revealing her scarred face. Her violet eyes look lost. Reminds her of the one that killed her. That's nice. She's a grown, centuries-old woman. I'm not getting involved. If she wants to talk, she can. She looks the other way. You shouldn't see me like this. She steels herself and straightens her shoulders like a perfect soldier, despite not looking the part. I now regret not spending time to regain my full strength. I could help you. Like this, I can't. She looks at her crooked hands. But perhaps I can point you in the right direction. Yes. The halls disfigure the gift of the abyss. Magic was never meant to be the sterile affair they practice. There are still some believers hidden in the shadows that tap into the abyss's raw powers. Edge mages? She nods. Do you think Mirani could do anything about it? Your friend from the halls? I'm surprised you didn't come with her in tow. Having her meet Ornell might be risky. Rumbling thunder roars in the sky. Decide quickly, I will leave. Afraid that seeing me... Aetri covers her face again with her filthy hood. Might make your friend faint again. Thank you. You seem very cool. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. She steps into the shadows and disappears. I like her. She seems very cool. So we can go see our friend, or we can go see the other guy. I don't know. Guess I'll go look for Alfhion. Why not? Meet all the characters. Yeah, my throat always dies when I do stuff like this. The weather won't hold much longer. Hope your minstrel friend decides to stay home for the day. He could not bear to get his jacket soaked. Where are we going? To the Rose, the tavern where Alfhion rents a room. What kind of place is it? It's always busy, warm, and it smells of smoked meat and sweat. Lovely. Even at this time. I admit I've never visited it in the morning. The rumble of thunder echoes in the swollen sky. We should move. You navigate the streets until you spot a tall building with stained glass windows. This looks like a temple. I like the rain effect. That's very cool. A light drizzle begins to fall as you head for the door. When you close it, you see heavy drops splash on the cobblestones outside. We made it! Many of the tables of the tavern are occupied by small groups. You spot a family. Some sailors speak their common tongue that is so similar to the language spoken in Carlisle. What is that? Healthy trade with Banu Javadyar sped up the development of a common tongue used primarily for sailing and commerce. It follows a simplified grammar focused on clarity rather than style, and borrows words from both languages. Paralesians sound different from Javidians when speaking it, yet both parties can understand each other and communicate. Merchant families pay hefty salaries to Javidian instructors to teach their children the language proper. The truly wealthy grow up learning Thean as well. That's pretty cool. It makes sense that they need to actually talk to each other. The smoky smell of the evening is being drowned by that of wine. The innkeeper barks something to an apprentice, busy balancing on a ladder to light some more candles. You see him, your friend? Your eyes roam on the tables, fall over a family sitting in a corner, then over couples mingling, but there's no sign of Alfhion. I do not. A boisterous laugh pierces through the noise. I hear him. He's one of those, fair enough. Yo, he's got split hair colour, that's cool. We turn towards one of the corners of the tavern, filled with odd sofas and tattered armchairs, and spot a glimpse of green behind a small group. Alfhion is languidly lying on a chaise lounge? Chaise longue? Never heard of that. I assume that's a piece of furniture. And what are you going to do after that, I wonder? One of the women in the group places her hand on the dagger sheath on her hip. Make you regret that stupid laugh of stars. Stupid? You hurt me. I'm gonna make you pay for blah blah. So one of the men unsheaths his dagger, another grabs his arm to stop him. What are you doing? Alfhion's eyes meet yours and he smiles, raising his eyebrows slightly before turning his attention towards the group circling him. He's still lying down, lazy and graceful like a cat. He needs help. He does not, but you can't deny that the idea of playing hero is appealing. I mean, if I need something from him, it might be useful to just be like, I know you didn't need help, but I wanted to help. Maybe. Sure, whatever. I want to see what I can do. Stay here. You take a step forward and his eyes glint. Leave him alone. I have pretty good stats in this. 5 heads turn towards you. Leave. Now. You lace your words with power so thick it makes their eyes glaze and their expressions mellow. You cut through their thoughts, cut through their will, and replace it with your own. One after the other they head for the door, docile under your command. Hell yeah! Let's go. Put on a shirt. Thank you. And tell your friend I don't do encores, not even for nobles. What just happened? I don't think I've ever seen you be so forceful. Wait, what was that about an encore Alfhion mentioned? Curious. decide to ask him and he chuckles, unable to mask his discomfort. Oh, you know me. I love scandals. Decided to have one of my own and... how should I put it? The affair bored me. This was a fortnight ago, by the way. And apparently my scorned admirer can't take no for an answer. Not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be. Fair. What were you expecting? Not to be threatened by a small band of criminals, for starters. But who's this? Don't think I've ever seen him around. Alfeon, this is Arnell. As you all sit down, Alfeon asks for his hand. Arnell looks at his palm, then at you. Enchanted. A wisp of shadows dances in Alfeon's hands before he retracts it. So, to what do I owe this visit? I can sense that it's unfortunately not for pleasure. We have a problem. I am the problem. Yes, you are, Arnell, but it's okay. You're a lovely problem. Don't say that. But it's true. It's my fault. Alfeon leans forward and gives him a good look. Violet swirls in his eyes as he taps into his power to pry open Arnell's mind. You're a mage. Excuse me. I'm surprised you're still alive. Aren't you supposed to be hunted down for fleeing the halls? Arnell looks at you with wide eyes full with fear. We were hunted down. We? Are we safe here? Alfeon smiles and Violet swirls in his eyes. Nobody will disturb us or listen to us if that's what you're asking. Why don't we start from the beginning? I met Arnell yesterday night. He was being chased by someone called the Warden. The one that was hunting me, he linked us. Your hand touches your neck. He used some kind of magic I've never seen before. Perhaps you're familiar with it? Your name was Arnell, right? He knows. Be a dear and take a nap. Shut up, we need to talk magic with you not here. Arnell's eyelids become heavier and his head lolls forward. Alfeon. I know I shouldn't do it, but this is between you and me. You recognize it, don't you? The mark of the abyss and the chains that bind you. H, you could. Speaking of the hag, his eyes focus on your neck and his voice lowers. Let me tell you a story. I love story time. Don't worry, I'll keep it brief. One time I bought Atri a bottle of wine and I convinced her to share her story. The heroic defense of the city, the fall of the great admiral, you know the one. This is what she told me. She was at the prime of her power and yet someone managed to harness enough magic to defeat her. I'll spare you the details. Atri asked me not to tell a soul, and I'm a man of my word. But know this, as she was escaping the clutches of whatever was tormenting her, she recognized in it the soft touch of the abyss. Ah, the abyss, the force that gave you your powers and left you with more questions than answers. It should not hurt you, for you are meant to enact its will. It should not have hurt Atri either. Alfeon fishes a copper coin from his breast pocket and flips it in the air. Any for your thoughts? I should not be hurt by abyssal magic. That's correct. Normally you wouldn't. This, however, is... Alfeon pauses to search for the correct word. Hazy. It almost emits light. It's wrong. Could another one of us be around? I would have said it's unlikely. Now I'm not sure. He raises his hand and his fingers wrap around something invisible between Arnell and you. But this is unmistakable. Try yourself. Your fingers flail in the air, useless. His glee is gone. Pensive, he looks between Arnell and you, following the magic chain that connects you. May I? He slides his fingers across the chain closer to your neck. Sure. Give it a go. I don't want it. He touches your skin and follows an invisible line on your throat. He hums again. This is a spell that only affects the body, and yet... No, I believe it to be deeper than that. He sighs for effect. It's time to do what I do best, and no, it's not singing. What are you gonna do? Peek through skin, muscles, and bones. Peel someone's mind away to look at the soul underneath. Okay. Would I be able to do something like that in the future? I'm curious. He looks into your eyes. Soon, perhaps. What do you say? Can I take a peek to understand what binds you to your friend? Sure, I'm an open book, I guess. His irises return to their original color. Violet, just like yours. You see yourself mirrored in his eyes. Allow me. Okay. Your chest constricts until your breath is forcefully taken away, but you don't need to breathe. You are a flower bud exploding in bloom, burying yourself in front of him. I was right. Abyssal magic is wrapped around your soul, perverted to hurt you. You feel how bright it is? How twisted it is? You can take in everything. What you've seen, what you've thought, what you've done, what you've felt. I'm trying to avoid looking around too much. My focus is on the spell. You feel a yank despite having no body. Found it. It mars your soul like a scab, but that also means it's in its primal form here. We need to rouse it. How do we do that? This is so interesting. I have no idea what's happening. Remind me again what the spell does? Chains are nailed to be and vice versa. Does the chain have a limit? If we're too far away, it chokes him. Well, I did not know it would do that. You never told me. Does it affect you and Ornell equally? I barely feel the effects, and much later when Ornell is already gasping for air. What would happen if you walked away from him? I assume he'd die because he couldn't breathe earlier. Would you? I believe so. Wouldn't you kill him before... Ah. Here it is, the way to break the spell. Either you kill Ornell or he kills you. Oh. Right. Okay. That's a bit of a... It's a bit of a conundrum then, isn't it? Because I don't really want to do that. Death seems to have taken a liking to you. You've seen more corpses than friendly faces in this town. Is there truly no other way? You blink, you have eyes again and a body. Alfion's hands are still on your cheeks. He retracts them slowly, letting his fingers linger on your skin. Welcome back. Let's say I don't envy you. Thanks. Very cool. I can't die, I know that, but you've not yet mastered your powers or found answers. The Abyss has seemingly abandoned you. Not sure if the same goes for you. Kill or be killed, or be bound to someone that can't leave your proximity. Never seen that look on your face. Please don't tell me you're planning a murder. No, I'm not planning a murder, thank you. There's no other way. One of you needs to die. His eyes fall on your companion. Will you tell her now? No, I don't really want to. I don't need to strangle me in my sleep, preferably. Because, you know, he might want to do that. Sleep on it. On the whole thing. Perhaps it will give you some clarity. I don't know what to do. He gives you a sympathetic grimace. You poor thing. What would you do? Me? He tries to smile. I'm a coward. I know I can't die, but the thought of it still terrifies me. And murdering such a cute little thing, no. I would drag him around until he dies of old age. Would you really? It's easy for me to say, isn't it? I'm not the one cursed with this. You need a moment, or should I bring him back? I'm fine. You are not. We are not fine. I'll take your words at face value. He clears his throat. For now, you were so bored you dozed off, and now you'll wake up. That face, though. Ah! Ornell suddenly opens his eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't sleep well last night. You truly have to take his life to break the spell? He looks barely in his 20s. If he knew, would he try to kill you? What did I miss? Not much, I'm afraid. This poor minstrel can't help you. What he can do, however, is offer solace with his wonderful voice, if he does say so himself. Alfion fishes his lute from behind the chaise longue. You ever listen to the Dusk's Blessing? Not Fiery Moonlight? That was a personal favorite of mine, but Dusk is more appropriate for the occasion. Oh, we get actual music for this, let's go. He smiles and gently plucks a string. Based. We could spend time with him. Talk to Ornell. I can't see that other person now. Which is a shame, I wanted to see them. But maybe they would have said the same thing that Alfion would have said? I don't know. Talk to Ornell. What do you want, bro? Alfion insisted on offering you two a meal. You're back in your room at the refrain with Ornell, who has not stopped humming the somber dirge to the Lady of Dusk that Alfion sang. I'm so stupid. You raise your eyes from the book you were reading. Ornell places his feet on the chair and hugs his knees. Where's that coming from? I should already be dead. The warden... He caught me, like he caught them all before me. And if we do manage to break the spell and I reach Banu Javadyar, what then? I don't speak their language. How am I gonna get money? Never worked in my life. Can you read? Yes. There are many sailors from Karalise and Banu Javadyar. Enough so I can make a living reading for them? That I cannot say. His shoulders slump. You're strange. Thanks. What do you mean? You have a nice room here and your clothes are pretty, but you have no money to your name. I have generous friends who paid for the room. Your friends sound strange too. What's wrong with them? The minstrel looked good. Don't let him hear you say that. Too good. I was a bit unnerved. The old woman, Atri, she looked like a vagrant, but she didn't... Never heard one talk, so I can't say she didn't speak like one, but it didn't fit my idea of her. Why not? She's more like a soldier. He falls silent. He's quite perceptive, actually. Either you kill him or he kills you. You haven't told him yet of the way to break the spell that keeps you bound together. While he looks out the window, you take a chance to observe him. He looks barely in his 20s. Would you really kill him? Do you snip his life at the bud like a flower to add to your garden? Or would you stay in his hands with your blood to set him free? Alfheim cannot die, but what about you? You don't understand the Abyss yet. Does that make you incomplete? Fallible? Mortal? You look scared. I am always scared. Might as well be open with him. I am scared. Why? Alfheim told you to sleep on it and you heed his words. Don't mind me. I'm tired, that's all. What will happen when you wake up and you need to make a choice? Isn't it a bit early to go to sleep? It's never too early to go to sleep. As an adult, it is never too early. Herald of the Abyss. Envoy to be. The light is harsh and unforgiving. It will scorch you. You ask the shadows to withdraw. The light? The comfort of darkness has been twisted, perverted, into searing light, wrapped around you and the other young soul. Without darkness to protect you, you'll be able to see it. It will hurt you. Can't destroy it if I can't see it, presumably. Herald of the Abyss. Envoy to be. You choose pain when you could choose comfort. The Abyss is within your grasp. Okay. Pain? Burning white hot around your neck. It makes you scream. It wakes Ornell up. Anita? The yoke is searing your flesh, but where you touch you feel no boils. And it's bright, unnaturally so. Yet it does not give light to the room, so plunged in a warm darkness. Let it sear your nerves so you can be unfeeling. I don't have any shadow magic. I didn't put anything into shadow magic. Maybe that was the bad. Sure. The powers wane ever so slightly. Okay. I'm fine. I just don't feel anymore. Just a nightmare. You clench your teeth to stop yourself from screaming. Squeeze your eyes shut so your eyelids burn inside of your eyes. Alright. The light is still blinding, but the pain fades. You touch your neck. Your fingertips feel, but your skin does not. You try to bend your head. You need to focus on the muscles in order to force them to obey you. If you cover your eyes with your hands, perhaps you can sleep. What did I do? I don't know what I did. Your eyes sting. Morning came and brought even more light to hurt you. Your head feels heavy, you need to force your screaming muscles to move, but move you can. You can see a slice of Ornell from the hole between the floor and the divider. He's still sleeping, wrapped in your spare cloak. You take your clothes and get dressed. Alfheim's words come back to you. To break the spell, you need to kill Ornell or be killed by him. Ornell still doesn't know. Perhaps now that you see the wretched spell that binds you with Ornell, you can find another way. The boy wakes up while you're weighing your options and greets you with a yawn. Good morning. You look away from the divider and let him dress himself. I need to do some washing, but don't really have spare clothes. Footsteps approach from the hallway and the gate is a familiar one. Someone knocks on the door 5 times, following the tempo of a tune. Come back. Ornell frantically finishes dressing himself while you approach the door and knock on it. You hear a laugh coming from the other side. Hello. You look cool. I found these and thought I'd share. You open the door and see Silas standing in the hallway with a wicker basket that smells fragrant and reminds you have yet to eat breakfast. How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. Peachy. And for a reason. You gesture towards the room. Silas's eyes look above your shoulder and she frowns, then looks at you. You already have a guest. Should I leave? No, come in. Your shoulders relax. Hello, we're attached. Silas. I'm here for... She shows the wicker basket. What are you doing here? If I don't stay close to an eater, I'll choke to death. Oh, he wasn't even gonna lie. Just like, yeah, I'm just gonna die. Silas looks at you for confirmation. Oh, new schemes pop up every day it seems, but this one's a bit too out there to work properly. Anita, why did you take him in? Not trying to con me, Silas, it's true. A spell was cast on us. Her eyes become comically wide. Was it the mist? Did she finally snap? Haven't seen Marinette in some days. The warden did it, the one that hunts magi that escape. No way you're a mage, are you? I am. Silas sees the basket on the table and examines Ornell. Your clothes are like a poor man's version of the uniform. Where's the gold? We don't all wear gold. The belt's nice. Thank you. Silas hums. Wait, did you mention the warden or did I mishear? You did not mishear, unfortunately. We were chased by him. Lanky guy here? Sure, I can understand. Ornell? My bad. Ornell I can understand, but why you? That's a good question. Part of me wants to know, another part of me shivers at the thought. Why? Why not? Creepy people do strange stuff in their palace. Nobody can enter. They get hunted down if they leave. Telling me it doesn't sound weird. Once you put it like that, yeah. So why are you gonna choke if you leave her side? We've been chained together. He cocks an eyebrow. It's true. Ornell gives her a short version of the events that led him to meeting you. You're so chummy with each other, I thought it was a se'night ago, not 2 days. You didn't warm up to me that quickly. These 2 days have been very intense. The food! It was still warm when I got here. She opens the wicker basket and reveals a small bowl filled with fragrant chickpeas. What does food have to do with breaking the spell? Do you know how to do it? How to break it? No? Then you might as well eat beforehand. Okay. Faced. You keep your face neutral. You know how to break the spell. Kill Ornell or be killed by him. And yet there must be another way. What are your plans for today? You gonna get out there and start looking? Looking for what? For a way to break the spell. Take some chickpeas before I finish them all, by the way. You humor. They have been fried in oil and are very crunchy. Thank you. It's not too much of a bother. I need to borrow you for a few hours. What do you need me for? It's nothing bad. Do you remember the thing I pawned in your name? He throws a glance at Ornell. I finally have the funds to repay the loan, but it's technically in your name, and the man is being so stubborn about you being there. Formality. You missed it. Why did you need to pawn the item in Anita's name? I had my reasons. Do you need to come with us? I have to, or I die. Do you want to? I don't want to choke to death. She has to bend her neck to study his face. Ornell looks the other way. He's coming with us. Alright then. What a merry band. Silas brought the wicker basket with her. Mind if we stop somewhere first? I need to give this back. Sure. Follow me, it's not far. He pinches your sleeve and pulls you along. You traverse a couple of alleys that smell of urine. Lovely. Wasn't that bad yesterday. I tend to avoid these streets. Just because of the smell, but they're much faster than the main roads. You emerge in the heart of the western hole, the long street that cuts through it like a wound. It spills into a square with a headless statue. Silas? Yes? The trading posts that line the road have small displays full of foreign wonders, and the workshops try to outdo each other with colourful signs. Don't tell me you took the food from here. Several guards patrol the square, pike in hand. Silas grins. There's not an ounce of regret in her eyes. Let me guess. Your taking is stealing. Lady of Dawn, aid me. Okay, this is just linking to that other entry we have. She's the first of the trio. Are you gonna give me grief about it like the mist does? How dare you find something to eat instead of starving in the sewers like you deserve? What? You don't deserve to starve in the sewers? She squints. Yeah, let's not be too loud, guys. I don't want to attract attention. Oops. Silas clears her throat. So, about returning the basket. Why are you giving it back in the first place? Well, what am I gonna do with it? Throw it away? That's a waste. I might as well give it back. Arnell scratches his chin. Which brings me to the plan. You already have a plan? No. I didn't expect someone else to tag along. I have persuasion, sure. Silas chuckles. Somehow you're really good at avoiding trouble. He hands you the wicker basket. Where did you take it from? Points at a small store by the corner. I'll be right back. Cross the road and hear a loud wheeze. Anita, is this normal? Arnell is gasping for breath. Oh, yeah, you need to come with me. Duh. Hurry to his side and he massages his neck, breathing heavily. The chain thing is real. It's real. Lady of Dawn, protect you. I'm fine. No, you are not. I am not. What was that? I'm sorry. Silas is panicked. Did it really just sink in? The realization that the warden, the spell, the tale Arnell told her are real? Help her. I wish it was all just a silly story, but no, it's real. You're not even the one affected by it. No, but she is. She's fiercely loyal and tender to you with an intensity that surprises you. Aw, best friends, let's go. Or more than best friends, ooh. If Arnell stays right behind me, nothing will happen. I promise you. I stroke her arm. Is it gonna be okay? You stroke her bare arm and she leans into your touch. I'll show you. Stay here. Arnell? Ready. The store is not far and you walk there leisurely with Arnell in tow. Will your friend be fine by yourself? As long as we don't give her any reason to worry. You do not want to be approached. Do not want to be questioned. Power courses through your veins, making your fingertips tingle. Once you reach your destination, you place the basket on a display table. One of the women working inside looks at you, nods, then resumes her business. Let's go back. But she saw you. Why did she not chase you? Is this magic as well? It's just luck. It's nothing weird going on about the abyss. It's all good. And with the guards patrolling the streets, you're pushing it. You walk back to Silas, who sighs heavily. Don't make me worry like this again. It wasn't my intention. And thank you. Bye-bye. The pawn shop is an ocean of dust from which trinkets and oddities emerge. The owner's a friend of ours. Great. Mismatched furniture welcomes you, littered by statues of the triune goddess, jewelry, and theatre masks. Instead of sitting behind the counter, Malik is half-heartedly dusting one of the cabinets. Hello, friend. The cloth he's supposed to be using is discarded on the side, and he's drawing with his finger on the wooden panels of the furniture. Based? Welcome. He turns around with a mellow smile. Oh, Anita, and Silas too. What can I... The words die on his lips. His eyes turn wide as he takes a step forward. I miss the sight of your beautiful eyes. Didn't miss how weird you'd be once you saw her. You're right, that was forward of me. I apologize. He bows to you. What happened to you? I wouldn't know. What happened to me? What? Arnell's eyes jump from the old scar that cuts through Malik's face to the intricate design on his arm, a riot of flowers carved on his skin. You know what he means. Ah, yes. He touches his face. You don't ask someone with a giant scar on their face, what happened to you? That's none of your business. Being reminded of a childhood accident every single time I meet someone new brings me untold delight. I think Arnell's more interested about your arm? Oh. Alex smiles and shows it to him. You want to take a better look? This is my greatest work. Arnell covers his mouth with his hand. Arnell? I'm imagining the process of carving, man. It's a lot of blood. Not at all. Superficial incisions do bleed a lot, but they're not too... This guy's so squeamish. That's enough, I've heard enough. Alec hides his arm behind his body. Your friend has a faint stomach, Anita, and he still doesn't know my name, does he? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Malik. Arnell? I've read a play with the same name, it was wonderful. You know of it? How about we do How about we do what we got here to do before chatting? English. Arnell pouts. Silas takes business very seriously. Malik sighs and walks behind the counter. Produces a cloth tag similar to the countless ones hidden behind every item in the store. You owe me 1 silver piece, 8 iron, and 4 copper. Take up, sorry. Silas hands him a small pouch heavy with coins. Here you are. Wait here until I count them, please. He spills the content on the wooden table and you immediately notice a lack of silver or iron pieces. Malik sighs heavily and begins dividing the money in piles. For a while you can only hear the sound of coins clinging and the scratching of his charcoal stick on some paper. You're short of 3 iron pieces and 1 copper. What? Ornell is counting as well, and I'm told. Sure. Can I see? Alex shows him the notes he took in charcoal and the piles of coins. He's right. Crap. And give you a sennight to come up with the 3 iron pieces. Guess I won't say anything. You know, you and your extensions are weird. Don't trust weirdos is what has kept me alive for so long. I'll try not to take it personally. Give me an hour and I'll be back with the iron pieces. Anita, do you mind staying here till I'm back? She doesn't wait for you to answer. She jogs to the door, determined and frowning. She stole whatever she pawned, by the way. Alex sighs. And here I was, wanting to leave her tear-jerking story so badly. By the way, Anita, might I have a second? He gestures for the drape that covers the entrance to the back hallway. It's important. Alright, I'll follow you. Alec keeps the drape lifted for you when you spot a lonely candle keeping the hallway lit. What did I say about unattended fires? Malik chuckles and goes to snuff the candle out. Stay close to me, please. I don't want... I know. Are you not coming? Can't we stay here? If you insist. Arnell sighs in relief. What do you need to tell me? Does it hurt? Does what hurt? He raises his finger and traces a line over his own neck. He can see it too! Everyone can see it apart from us, apparently. Can you see the spell? Oh, it is a spell. Yes, I can see it. How is it possible? Don't ask me. I saw you enter, chained to a stranger, and tried to pretend everything was fine. Perhaps I should have been upfront about the phenomenon. The exchange reminds you of your first meeting with Malik, of what he blurted out when he saw your eyes for the first time. While he doesn't know about the abyss, he seems attuned to it. May I touch the chain? You could try. He reaches out with his hand to the space between you and Arnell. His fingers clutch around something transparent that he retracts his fist. How strange. I see it, but I can't touch it. Are you a mage? Is that why you can see it? I wish I was a mage. No, you really don't. Speaking from experience? Why don't you tell me how you two got in a bind? Arnell, you can talk, I can't bother. I'm just like, 4th time explaining. Arnell recalls the events that led to his isolation in the halls and fostered his resolve to leave. The warden is described in horrific detail, and so are the consequences of pulling the chain around his neck. Once he knows the full story, Malik leans over the counter. That sounds... My heart breaks for you. Dima! Hello! How's it going? I hope you're good. Oh, my throat. Arnell, what will you do once you free yourself from it? You're not even going to ask if we know how to break it in the first place? Don't ask questions, but I know I can't handle the answers. So, what will you do? I want to set sail for Manu Jabadya. But busy with school as usual. F. Imagine being busy with real life. That's also me. It's nice to see you. You caught us in like... I don't know how far I am into this prologue, but it's a good story. There were some content warnings. It's dark fantasy, so if you don't like anything too dark, FYI. Malik's face brightens. He says something in a foreign tongue and you recognize Banu Jabadar in it, albeit with a different pronunciation. What? I asked you if you spoke the language. Clearly he does not. Wait here, I'll be right back. Love that stories. Well, then you might love this. Hang on. Can I grab a... 1 second. It looks really good, which is why I want to share the link. Because this is, like, what would be a demo if it was, like, a demo. But rather than release a demo, they've released a prologue where you get to, like, meet all the characters and it, like, sets up the main story. It seems really cool. And you have, like, different, decisions you making. It's very cool anyway. Your visit will last a while. You take off your cloak and Ornell follows suit. Malik has lived across the sea in Banu Javadia for half of his life. Really? What made him come here? It's private, but I think he'd be happy to answer you if you asked. We respect privacy. It's fine. Malik hurries back downstairs with 3 small books in his hands. These might help you. The smallest one is for the common tongue spoken in the harbours and trading areas. It's very similar to our own language. You can learn it on the way to Banu Javadia. Along with the gash in the cover, we'll teach you the language starting from the basics, and this one is a dictionary. It's nice of him. We fell into the Genshin rabbit hole. I've not been anywhere near Genshin. Presumably Genshin Impact. I don't even really know what you do. I know some of my friends are into it. I don't need to be, obsessed with anything else at the moment. So not personally, no. 3 books look worn and old. You and my mother would not throw them away. They're the ones I used in my youth. Can I really take them? Malik answers by placing them in Ornell's hands. Can I start reading them? There's a sofa at the entrance of the shop. The gift cheered him up immensely. He leaves with a spring in his step. Don't walk too far. We're just kind of stuck together. Probably for the best it's taking up my life. Well, good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine. Oh, thank you, he needed that. He did, because we're in a bit of a pickle. Malik smiles at you. Now that Ornell is out of earshot, tell me. His voice is low, almost a whisper. You do know how to break this bondage, do you not? I do. I don't want to, but I do. Someone said it would take 7 years to get to the end of the story and rip 7 years off my life. 7 years well spent if it's doing something you like. That's all I'm saying. I do know. Unfortunately, I do. I can kill him. He can kill me. Of that I am certain. As you say that, Malik's eyes swell with tears. He sees the spell, but so could you, through the pain you conquered. Alfred already unraveled your soul. Now that you know where and how the spell affects it, he might help you break free of it. No, I don't have to kill or be killed. I know what to do. A tentative smile blooms on his face. Do what you must. May you trick the Lady of Dusk into refusing blood. I would like to not kill anybody. This is me. Can you truly die? Can Ornell kill you without extinguishing your spark? His death will set you free. Yeah, I don't want to die and I don't want to kill anyone, so let's just speak to Alpha. That would be a very just sad way to end it. Ornell is smiling when you leave Malik's shop and tries to use a greeting from Banu Javadia. You are. You shouldn't roll it. Malik repeats slowly what Ornell said and the boy tries again. Flawless. Good luck with the rest of the book. Don't think I'll manage to study all 3 in a sennight. A sennight? That's how long the ship to Banu Javadia takes, I think. Doesn't it depend on the weather? Ornell grins. I'm a mage. I can make good weather happen. The smile turns fainter as you wait for a wagon to pass. I could if I was free. Where are we going, by the way? The Rose. Back to your minstrel friend? You know. Why? I think he can help us after all. But yesterday, what changed? I did. He gives you a hesitant look, but doesn't ask any further questions. Did waste years of my life in a gambling game where you can win anime waifus, don't worry, enjoyed it so it was worth it. Genuinely, though, like, I think it is worth it, as long as you're having fun, and it's not, like, causing you any harm in any way. You know, live your life. You want to spend your life, like 7 years of your life playing a game? Do it. Like, you know? Live your dreams. You could be... It's better than spending 7 years of your life doing something you don't like. Even if it's, you know, it's just a game to you. So. Just do whatever you want, you know? It's fine. Woman is cleaning the stained glass windows that give the rose its name. She nods to you when you enter. Why is it always so dark in here? You point to the side of the room. The other windows have their blinds closed, and the only light that filters in is the redwood from the tinted glass. The smell is strong as usual. Roast meat, wine, and smoke mixed together, softened by the fragrance of freshly baked bread. Oh, that sounds so good. Albion is giving you his back. He's sitting at the counter without his jacket or loot in sight. He turns towards you once your footsteps announce your presence. Good morning. Put on another shirt. Takes a sip of the steaming herbal drink in his hands. Hello. Down for a drink? The chamomile infusion with some drops of lemon juice in it, judging from the smell. Sure. Or no? Sure. Thank you. Albion catches the attention of the woman behind the counter and orders 2 more. They're ready within seconds and come with a slice of lemon. Where's the innkeeper? The man from yesterday? Sleeping, probably. Excuse me, all the other characters looked so nice. I just think he's gonna get cold, you know? What are you doing out and about so early? What is this buff Todoroki? I don't know. I can't tell if those are like slits in his trousers or if that's fabric as well. He's a minstrel, so I guess this is just him. I don't know. I helped Silas with something. Your short friend? Arnell places the books on the counter. Look what I got. This is dictionary, and this is for the language they speak when trading, and Albion listens with a mellow smile to Arnell's prattling until your drinks are finished and he looks more awake. How long is the journey, you say? A se'nnight to 10 days. Still plenty of time to practice then. Don't you feel incredibly tired? Arnell nods groggily. Let's take a seat over there and put you to sleep with some definitely not abyssal magic. He points at the couches bunched up in a corner. Arnell curls on one like a napping cat. Looks like you know why I came here. Because of my glorious looks and shining personality, of course. Let's not forget my great voice and the fact I can see the spell that keeps you bound to the land. Please don't tell me it's the game's assumption of what an attractive person looks like. I don't know. He winks. I jest, of course. You feel different. I was tested and I think I succeeded. Judging from your voice, it wasn't particularly pleasant. Now I can see the spell. Do you see how sharp it is? It's light meant to hurt us. He sighs. Can you look into my soul again? Since you asked so nicely. And then what? You said the spell is like a scab on my soul. I did say that, yes. That means I need to rip it away. He shudders. I'm only saying this because I know I'll survive it. He looks into your eyes. Personality feels strong enough to withstand it, yes. Will Arnell feel anything? I don't know. Probably. He won't suddenly wake up screaming if that's what you're asking. Nervous? Yes. He smiles reassuringly. I'm ready. Okay, let's rip off the band-aid. The gentlest darkness surrounds you once more. You don't feel your body anymore. That means you won't be able to feel pain either. Well, pain can still be administered here, but it's of a different kind. Don't want to know. It's up to you now. The gentle darkness is unlike the sharp light that blinds you, wrapped around your soul in a vice-like grip, extending past you towards Arnell. Okay, so since you weren't here to, basically, we're walking home at night, and this mage is like, Arnell is this mage who's running away from a guy called the Warden, who's basically goes to pick up the runaway mages. We got in his way, and for some reason he decided to cast a spell on us both, which means that we can't move too far away from each other, otherwise, like, because there's basically a chain attached to both of us, and it starts to choke Arnell when we move too far away from him. And you can't see it unless you can see funky abyss stuff. It's really cool, but it's also like, what the fuck? You won't feel anything, let's pray that it poke your spine. Right? Probably fine. See it as a scab and it will become one. Yet the chain wraps around you, unable to strangle you but attempting to. It's easier said than done, of course. I can do this. We can do this. The spell is not a chain, no. It's a crusty scab protruding from you, ready to be ripped to reveal new skin underneath. Doubt taints your thoughts. Alfion's comment about pain comes back to you, morphs the chain into a pulsating wound on your soul, seeping light. Should not have said that. Think about it healing? You desperately try to imagine the wound closing and pushing out every last drop of light. The spell fights you. Instead of leaving you, it drenches you. Instead of oozing out, it threatens to burst out and destroy you. Well, that was the wrong option. You heed Alfion's words and steel yourself. Keep a clear head, yes. You focus your thoughts and your will on a singular image. I don't know which iconography I should be pushing. Healed wound didn't seem to be the right one, did it? I guess I'll I don't know, can I save? In case I really fuck up. Scab? Easy to pick at, easy to rip off. The spell feels and looks like a scab, so you get rid of it like one. Did it work? You have no hands to speak of in this form, and you see the spell convulse in the darkness, like a string of bright organic material. It's not on you anymore. Can I destroy it? I try. It reminds you of a snake coiling desperately on itself, and you stomp it, extinguishing the light that hurt you. You check for scars, but don't see any. Your soul is as good as new, yet it's unlike the one you showed me before. What do you mean? You've changed. For the better? You did manage to find a less odious way to break the spell, so I'd say yes. Shall we go back? Okay. I did it! I don't know how I did it! With weird magic bubble jump, we did it! Stress. He snaps his fingers and you're back in the road with Ornell napping on the couch. He won't remember anything, of course. I'm not thrilled about making him believe he fainted during the process, but it's not too far away from the truth. Wake up, lad. Ornell yawns and sits upright, his eyes still glazed over. Alfion smiles at him and Ornell comes back to his senses. Anita, what? He looks around. What happened? We broke the spell. Is it a joint effort? Probably. We? You and Alfion? That's correct. And don't make that face, you being here was instrumental. You helped too. How did you do that? Alfion has gone to great lengths to hide your natures from him. You need to think of a story to tell or no. The scab thing made me think of dermatologist TikToks. Yeah, I don't go on TikTok, but like, I can imagine, and now I'm going to stop imagining. Why don't we make sure it's broken first before celebrating? Right. Be right back. He runs to the counter and looks nervously at you. You've never seen him so far apart and you find yourself smiling. What should I tell him? I don't know. Make it epic and dramatic and tell him my hair billowing in the wind made me look particularly dashing. I got an achievement called Death Avoided, so... Based? Ornell interrupts him by nearly launching himself at you. You did it! We're free! So what did you do? What happened while I was unconscious? Take it easy, lad. You've the entire day to squeeze the details out of her. What do you mean? The ship for Banu Javadja leaves at dawn. Takes him a second to realize what that means. Tomorrow? That means I need to study. Just like that, his focus is taken by the books he forgot by the counter. We did it! Hopefully. Envoy to be. By embracing your sacred pain, you broke the truth. You shattered the curse of the prodigal one. May you shepherd the herd justly. Thanks, Abyss! See you later! You open your eyes. Your room is plunged in darkness and you hear pacing. Or no? Sorry, did I wake you up? I can't sleep. You look outside the window. The sky is clear and the stars barely visible in its budding brightness. We should leave. Really? We like the dark. Dark is cool. The crisp morning air makes your cheeks tingle. You close the gate to the refrain behind you and hear someone clear their throat. That's one I am peace. You wish. I never agreed to the bet. Ugh. What are you two doing here? I'm getting paid to make sure Malik doesn't get stabbed. You're his bodyguard? I wanted to make sure you boarded the ship safely. Thank you. That's very caring of you. He smiles. Silas claps to get your attention. Well, what are we waiting for? To the harbor! The sun rises as you walk, bathing the city in golden light. Words bright. Docks are already swelling with sailors, fishmongers, and people repairing nets and ships. The salt air mixes with the spices being loaded on a wagon and the sweat of the workers. Arnell is clutching the books to his chest, almost as if they were a shield. Malik, you know what to do? Follow me. He guides you through the maze of barrels and haphazardly piled nets. Your destination is a vessel with several sails. Say your goodbyes now. Arnell turns towards you. I'm not good at this kind of thing. Be free and happy, Arnell. You go live your life. Away from the... whatever the frick place you came from. Because it sounds really creepy. He nods. You too. From a distance, Malik gestures for him to come closer. Did not imagine seeing something like this. I thought of London. Yeah, it's like... I get, like, medieval fantasy vibes from it. But, like, not set in any place that we know, I guess. I need to go now. Farewell. He waves at you and runs off. That was less sappy than I expected. Is Malik paying for his fare? I think so. I'm sure he'll love to tell you all about that time when he was 16 and he stole his family's silverware to afford the journey. Surprised to hear you're familiar with the tale. He had to fill the silence somehow while we were walking to the refrain. Weirdo. You don't see Arnell anymore. After a couple of minutes, Malik rejoins you. Will Arnell be safe? I believe so. As a mage, he can help the crew weather the harshest storms. That makes him worthy to have around from their point of view. The vessel will depart soon. Want to wait for it? Yes, we should do that. Want to play Three Little Goddesses while we wait? Not if you're gonna cheat. We should move out of the way. We find some space against a sun-bleached warehouse. Silas takes out some dice. You recognize the set. It's the weighted one. I'm gonna listen to sailors. You don't recognize everything that's being said. Someone in the distance is singing a song in a tongue you don't recognize, and some of the fragments you catch are in the language of convenience that sailors and traders use among each other. Words are hard this time. Eventually the sails are rolled down, the oars slides through the water, and the vessel starts moving. Should we wave? Are we allowed to? If you want Arnell to see you, yes, you should wave. Aw, hey buddy. Thank you for all you've done for me. Wow, he can be loud. Magic is amplifying his voice. It's the first time you've seen him cast anything. I'll never forget you. Bless. Bless your cotton socks. Now what? A dip with Alfionn? A nap with Silas? Or a chat with Matt? I like Silas. Silas seems cool. I like all of them. But... The wind that blows from the mountains cuts through the clouds, pushing them aside. The morning sun rises lazily, painting the sky with cold hues. I'll be heading home. Silas extends her hand. You didn't get stabbed, so I need to get paid for the bodyguarding services. If you need me to walk you home, I can do half price. That won't be necessary. Aw. Alec drops an iron coin in her palm. You around? Don't know if he accepts my prices because he's gullible or because he doesn't care. He pockets her pay with a grin. Not like I'm complaining. Want to... Beyond interrupts her words. Gonna come to the Rose with me? Wait, this is not enough for my tab there. Sorry, scrap that. Why the Rose? It has cheap rooms. She yawns again. I didn't sleep much tonight, so I was thinking of renting one for a few hours to crash there. You can come to mine. Really? Of course. Lead the way. Not like I don't know where it is. Come have a nap, Silas. It'll be chill. Reading hurts my throat. As soon as you enter the room, Silas's eyes fall on your bed. Why does your pillow look so soft? It has feathers in it. Can I touch it? She pokes it with her finger. I can't find anything but straw-filled pillows around. If I knew where they make these, I'd get one. She sniffs it. Silas? I thought it would smell like, you know, duck or chicken. It doesn't. Silas, you are precious and we will protect you. She yawns again. You want a drink? I burned my tongue the last time I tried a herbal drink and I couldn't taste anything for 3 days. wonder if feather pillows are worth it. I have no idea, I couldn't tell you. I don't think I've had them. I don't want that to happen again. You just need to wait. I'm not good at doing that. Another yawn. You look really tired. Lie down and take a nap. What will you do then? Alice's best, yes. I have a book I can read somewhere. Imagine you don't want my coat on your bed? It's been places. You can take it off. He hangs it on the divider. Several metallic clinks inform you of the weapons hidden in it. She crosses her arms in front of the tattered shirt that covers her chest. I'm sorry. What for? I should bring this to a tailor. Repair the buttons at least. Yeah, I should do it. She takes the coat back. I can just take the chair, you know. They say it's better to sleep seated than lying down. Who says that? Silas, get in the bed. You can take my spare sleeping gown. You have a spare? I think so. Go open the armoire and take it from the bottom. It might be a bit big. Silas' fingers slide on the fabric. What is this made of? You should ask Marinette. It's a gift from her. It feels very nice. You look pretty. Mm? Did I mention this game is the LGBTQ tab? You get to choose your romantic preferences at the beginning. Did I mention that? Did I drop that? Let's go. Her cheeks catch fire. Thanks. He sits on the bed. I forgot to ask, how did you manage to break the spell? Alphion helped me. That Alphion? The broke minstrel that plays at the Rose? Oh wait, isn't he sort of like you? I think the Miss mentioned it once. No, he didn't mention it before. Well, mention it now. You can also choose no romance. Base if you don't want that. You not? Silas yawns again. What are you gonna read while I sleep? You fish the book from the table. The Art of Poetry. You'll be snoozing before me then. Hey no. Alice jumps on the bed and hides under the covers. Are you sure you do not want to join me? We're gonna snoodle. We're gonna snoodle. Let's go. Sure. What? I just want to see how far she's gonna go with this. I'm really intrigued. Didn't you just ask me to? I didn't think you would accept. Why would you take a losing gamble? She doesn't answer. With her face still hidden by the covers, she rolls on the side to make space for you. If you chose something else when you get above Todoroki as your probably, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I would assume. Just a moment. You disrobe and wear the sleeping gown under your pillow. The mattress is warm where Silas was lying. You're close enough to touch her. You wonder, idly, if you should, when she takes matters into her own hands. Oh, that's a cute CG. I was hoping we'd get a CG. I was hoping we'd get a cute picture. You're cold. No, you're warm. Hi. Hello. Would restart the game if that happened? Oh, as far as I know, there's lots of characters, so there's probably lots of potential romance options. I can warm you up. Looks like our face is on fire. Achievement unlocked. That's cute. Also, I'm not sleepy anymore. You aren't? She shakes her head. How could you be so pretty even from this angle? I think it's impossible. It's very unflattering. No, you're still... She hides her face in her hands. I was worried, you know, about you. I'm glad to see you're okay. Her lashes draw long shadows over her cheeks. Her lips part, but no words leave them. She looks at you and somehow holds your gaze despite having her face ablaze. This is so cute. I love this. This is adorable. She bites her lip. I look like a fool, don't I? No. She hides her face again. You know, She peeks from her fingers. Oh, screw it. Base and Poggers, let's go! Yes! We stand. We stand. This is peak gameplay. Buy the game when it comes out. I need this everywhere. Everywhere. Let's go. I recently watched Heartstopper. My heart is like full on for the gays. Let's go. You almost expect her to leave. Instead, she kisses you. Her lips are tender and shy like a rosebud. think I'm gonna die. Please don't. She chuckles and kisses you again. Her touch is soft like a feather. When she retracts from you, her eyebrows form a sad frown. I should tell you something. Is it bad? Depends. Immediate 5 stars. Exactly. It's the reason, you know. Everything else fizzled out before you. Now I'm kinda happy it did. Anyway. This... She leaves another kiss on your lips. I love this. And you feel nice, even if you're still a bit cold. This feels like that because you're on fire. She smiles. And I'm happy with this. Apparently it's not really, you know, Fiery Moonlight, the song. Unfortunately you do. It's a filthy piece about hounds getting lost in tangles of curls, lips collecting dripping nectar from a lover's thighs. You don't remember the rest of the metaphors, but they're equally dirty. What the... Okay. It's a song, I guess. I can't relate to that song. I'm kind of glad, because that's a bit weird. At all. I just think, why? That stuff is not for me. So, I guess now you know. Oh, you're telling me you're ace? Is that what you're telling me? That's also base. If that's what she's getting at. That's what she's getting at. Based. Do you still want to try to be with me? Yes! Of course. Don't care about sex. You're cool. Literally wouldn't miss it. You're not jesting. I'm not. She squeals and bursts her face. She's so cute. Why is she... I knew she was gonna be cute, but I didn't want her to be this cute. She's adorable. What the fuck? Ace rep. Hell yeah, ace rep. Very base. Very poggers. So much representation. Let's go. It's also done really well. It's not just the representation. It's just done really well. It's very sweet. Love it. It's the first for everything, you suppose. You're killing me. This makes me so happy. She rolls around with a chuckle. There's no way I'm going to be able to sleep now. Or ever. Thank you. So cute. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh. You walk Silas to the gates. She didn't want to leave and delayed it as much as possible. And now I hiccup. But she apparently had work to do. You kissed her one last time on the forehead, and you can still see her bright red face when you close your eyes. Going back to your room, you see that the door to your room is unlocked. Oh, now it's gonna get creepy. Now we've had cute, it's gonna get spooky. I haven't seen Ace Rep before in games. Have you not? I think it's... I'm trying to think of why. I mean, there's the... I played the demo for... Is it called I Just Want to Be Single? It's like, it's a visual novel. And it's like manga style. And it's about, like, the protagonist that you play doesn't want to be romantic with anybody, but everyone wants to be romantic with her. It's like an like, dating sim, I guess. That's one I played recently, which is, in development. I'm trying to think if there's another. You don't get it that much. I mean, I guess you don't get that much queer representation in general, but I guess you're more likely to get gay, and then behind that is, like, bisexual, and then behind that is, like, trans, and then behind that is ace. Just keep going back. Yeah, arrow rep. Hold on, I can get a link for you if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. 1 second. It's like, it's kind of like a comedy, and it's really cool. Yeah, it's like an anti-date sim. I Just Want to Be Single. You can still play the demo as well from the looks of it. I haven't played much games though, it's not weird, I haven't seen much. Oh no, that's fair. I'm making like a concerted effort to consume more queer media. Because it just makes me happy. Like, I don't know, it's just like you don't see it very often, or as often, and when you do see it, it's not always done very well. So when you get some that's like done really well, it makes you feel, and it treats queer people like they're normal, because that's, you know, a thing. It's really cool. Yeah, so that's the game I've seen. If you have a Netflix account, I would really recommend Heartstopper, which came out recently. It's not a super long series. It is... it's so cute. I marathoned it all with Ray, and I'm gonna make Starman watch it. It's so good, and it's so realistic, and we get lots of different kind of queer people. It's just really good. So I'd also recommend that. I don't think we get any Ara rep in that, but we get bisexual rep and trans rep, so I'll take that. Sorry, ran over. I'm just, because I've seen Heartstopper recently, I'm like, why don't I consume more queer media? I need to do that, because it makes me feel good. Anyway, we're getting creepy now. Doors to your room's unlocked. You had looked it, you're sure of it. A bad feeling creeps over you. Approach it slowly, ask the shadows what they see, project power, and announce your presence. I assume that this is an option I can do it. Sure, what do the shadows see? You don't hear any sounds coming from the other side, but there might still be someone inside. The shadows reach out for you, eager to please, and you redirect them inside the room. What do they see? They do not come back. It's you! It's the creepy warden guy. The door creaks open to reveal a shadowy figure. Hello! No! They're gonna leave it there? What the fuck? God damn it! I knew they were gonna do something like that. Because why wouldn't you? But, yeah, we could have seen this lady. But because I went with Alfie and I didn't see her. And I assume that's what the other lady looked like. Who was in the hood when she's, like, not messed up. That's so good. This is so cool. I'm so glad I played this. Let's go. Look at all these people. Look at all these people being cool. Bonkers. I love it. The story's really interesting. We get some epic dark fantasy. We get all the tidbits of the world building. Character in the middle of the one you play. Yes, we play as her. That's the one you pick. Well, that's the one you get. Got a gallery. I've got 4 more CGs to unlock. I got some gaming to do. Got some gaming to do. I need to replay it and die to replay it and do the other route. Oh my god. But yeah, no, it seems really cool. Like, there's so much going on, like, with the story, which is obviously quite important in a visual novel, because, you know, visual novels. But then we have, like, the choices allocated with different personality types. Okay. I'm gonna try not to geek out too much. I like visual novels, even if they wreck my throat when I'm trying to read out loud. This is very cool. And they've released this for free. Like, the prologue, the main game will obviously be paid for, but they've released the prologue for free. Which is, you know, they could have done a shorter thing as a demo, you know, but they were like, you know what, let's show you all the stuff. Which is awesome. There's so much going on here. I'm very excited for this coming out. If you didn't see the link for this game before, it's there. Where's the main game? Does it tell me when it's coming out? Because I need to know. Does this... The prologue came out on the 5th of April. I read this. You can also buy an art book for the prologue, which is quite cool. Where's the main bit? Doesn't show me. Does it tell me? Not that I can see anyway. But yeah, anyway. It's really cool. Based fantasy story. Based queer rep. Oh boy. We stand this. From an indie company, right? Yeah. Rascal Devworks. I don't know if they've done anything else. Does Steam tell me? They have some of the stuff listed on Steam. A game called After I Met That Cat Girl, My Quest Has Got Too Long, which sounds great. Now I'm gonna have to go play that. That costs money, but either way, like... But yeah, that was Sigh of the Abyss. Shadowbones, Prologue. I'm so hyped for this coming out now, holy shit. I need more gay in my life. Give the gay, give the good fantasy. Let's go.